Assalamualaikum. My name is Evaluasi, and now in here I will answer 5 questions from Assessment and Evaluasi Pembelajaran from my lecture Memvega. So I will start from number 1. Why is assessment essential in teaching and learning activities? Assessment is an integral part of instruction, as it determines whether or not the goals of education are being met. Assessment affects decisions about grades, placement, advancement, instructional needs, curriculum, and in some cases, funding. Student assessment enable instructors to measure the effectiveness of their teaching by linking student performance to specific learning objectives. As a result, teachers are able to institutionalize effective teaching choice and revise ineffective ones in their pedagogy. The measurement of student learning through assessment is important because it provides useful feedback to both instructor and student about the extent to which students are successfully meeting course learning objectives. Number 2. How is essential diagnostic to be applied in language learning? On a diagnostic test, most test takers encounter questions or tasks that are outside the scope of their abilities and the material they're familiar with. The result of the test reveal the strengths and weaknesses in one's language abilities. Having a student diagnostic test result can help teacher formulate lesson plans that fill the gaps in the student current capabilities. Student can also use diagnostic tests to determine which are areas they need to work on in order to reach a higher level of proficiency. Question number 3. How is the difference between integrative approach and communicative approach? The approach to meaning in the total communicative effect of this course will be very useful for students in testing. This approach can view student proficiency with a global view. This approach involves the testing of language in context and use those concerned view to use this concern primarily with meaning and the total communicative effect of this course. Integrative tests are concerned with a global view of proficiency. Integrative testing involve functional language but not the use of functional language. The use of cloze testing, dictation, oral interview, translation, and essay writing are included in many integrative tests. Question number 4. When does Westpac turn to be positive and negative? First, Westpac can also be positive or negative in that it either maintains or hinders the accomplishment of educational goals. In positive Westpac, teaching the curriculum becomes the same as teaching to a specific test. Negative Westpac occurs in situations where there may be a mismatch between the state goals of instruction and the focus of assessment. It might lead to the abandonment of instructional goals in favor of test preparation. The last question is, subjective tests may to be conducted offline. What do you think about this statement? In my opinion, you don't have to because subjective tests can also be done in online. Maybe through a Zoom meeting, you will hold a subjective test by asking students to come on cam so we can see them during the test. We can also do it with one online test containing approximately 10 students, and we will able to focus on seeing students think for themselves by answering subjective tests. Okay, thank you and good night.